Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing Monday. Happy Monday. This is our weekly Monday leadership call. If you have a team and you're building the Trunited business, this is definitely the place to be every single Monday. I hope that as you learn more about Trunited, or if this is the first time that you're jumping in here with us, you stay for the whole length of the meeting or watch it in the replay. But really the purpose and goal of this meeting is to kind of get the existing membership of Trunited together, invite new members as well, to kind of understand not so much the how to use the website or understand the compensation plan and all that. You know, we have webinars throughout the week that other leaders do to explain the nitty gritty. That is very, very simple, but more so the big picture. You know, the understanding that Trunited is different than all the other companies out there. And this is something that we want to convey and communicate as often as possible, because it really is. You know, I believe Ron Yeager here with me, Carlos Alguero here. If you haven't met us, we are management partners here in Trunited. And one of the things that we saw from the beginning when we got together with Dr. Nicholas Porter is that he wanted to completely disrupt this industry. And sometimes it's easy to forget and think about this as the same old network marketing company that it was built by our grandpa or our grandma, or the things that have been done for decades already and haven't changed much. And this is really how this was built in a different way to do something, I feel, for this industry that was long overdue, which is really disrupt it and change the focus. I think really the key aspect of Trunited is that the focus has now changed from being, oh, I'm the corporate CEO that launched this company. I want to get rich. I want to be wealthy. The lion's share of the profits are coming back to me no matter what. If the company loses money, I'm still okay. And if the company for some reason needs to change the model and kick out all the distributors, I'm still okay. This is no longer the case. In this day and age, we got to understand that we are in the age where information is readily available at our fingertips. And what Dr. Nicholas Porter wanted to do alongside with us is to really turn this thing on its head, upside down. So now we are in a business, in a company where it is totally and absolutely and 100% member focused. Now, this is sometimes difficult to understand for some people because they are used to the traditional ways of building a business. They're used to the traditional ways of pitching a plan, or pitching a product, or pitching a starter kit, or pitching something that, of course, you know, you have to become a really good salesman to convince somebody to do, especially after they've had 10 other bad experiences before. So here we are with something in our hands that is completely different. And really, the whole question becomes, how do I convey that to somebody completely new? And most of all, how do I completely start rethinking my approach of building my business? Because now it's all about people. It's all about the members. You guys are in control. If you're a member of Trunited like Ron and I are, and by the way, the both of us don't have a salary in this. We make our money exactly like every single other person out there that is building the Trunited business. So it is really our motivation to go out there and show people how to build this right, how to build this for the long run, and how to build this so that it lasts them a long, long time and it becomes truly generational income. What does that term even mean? Generational income means that the corporations typically, let's put as an example, the founder of the Amway Corporation, all his family will benefit from that company for generations after, right? Not necessarily the distributors, unfortunately, right? Or the Waltons, founders of Walmart, right? All their kids are multi-billionaires from one business. Now,
Yes.
the people that are working for them, not necessarily. Now, how is it different in TrueNited? In TrueNited, as TrueNited grows and TrueNited becomes a force and becomes that disruptor in the direct sales industry, in e-commerce, because we kind of encompass several areas, in my opinion, right? We are in the surface a direct sales company, a network marketing company, but really behind the scenes, we are touching so many other industries. We're touching e-commerce, right? We are touching really business to business. We are touching so many other industries that we have the potential of one by one disrupting via you and I, via the members that are motivated to help this company grow as fast as possible, as quickly as possible, and to just help a few people out there understand how different this is. Because I truly believe once people get a hold of the whole concept and see the big picture of how different TrueNited is, man, what they're gonna do, that's gonna ignite such a fire in them to be in the shoes of what the Facebook founder was and the kids that joined them in that bedroom, right? Or the Apple Steve Jobs founder, to have a few buddies with them that maybe did not even see what was coming, but they just believed enough that what they were working in was revolutionary enough that they stuck around, they gave it all they got, and they built something huge, right? Now, it's very easy to be lukewarm about things. It is very easy to say, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna just watch and see and stand in the sidelines and look. And when other people are having success, I'm gonna jump in, right? Now, here's the thing. When other people are having great success, it's too late. It really is. Because by then, the people that are successful have had so much leadway on you and have so much momentum that it's hard to catch up. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't make good money, but if you have the opportunity, of being at the forefront of a revolution in direct sales, commerce, e-commerce, travel, and so many other industries that will join us one by one, why wouldn't you? And why wouldn't you work hard for the next 2 to 3 years, even 5 if you need to build a legacy that will really leave your family and the generations to come set for life, right? That's really something amazing. So what I wanted to really hone in today, and then Ron, you can help me reinforce, is in order to slingshot into 2020, because we are merely less than half a month away from ending this decade, right? And you're going to be very busy with holidays here in a week or so, Christmas, the New Year's and stuff like that. And let's face it, you're probably not going to be doing a lot of work. You're probably not going to be building a lot of your business. I hope you do, but it's okay if you take a week off or so. But what you probably want to do is meet as many people as you can. You're going to be in parties. You're going to be shaking hands. You're going to be making contacts. You're going to be really expanding your network, because that's what happens to me every single holiday. Is as I go to different Christmas parties, as I go to different events, as I go to church in these holidays, remember, there's people that go to church this time of year that have never been in the past year to church, right? So it's a good chance to say hello. Might be the only chance you get to say hello. So meet as many people as possible, create some momentum. And what I always think is you gotta have at least one win every single day to kind of make you build that confidence to continue to do it and for it to become a habit. Because many times we get stuck in that area where we don't feel like doing something, right? And most of the time, if it's something that propels you forward, sometimes we get stuck and it's like, oh man, I don't feel like going to the gym today. I don't feel like reading a book today. I don't feel like sending a text or calling a friend or contacting the person that I know, or even as simple as writing a list of how many people you know that could be interested in this, on calling your mentor and saying, hey, Ron, I don't feel good today. What do you recommend I do? You know, it is amazing what calling somebody that cares just as much as you do for your success will do, because that person will probably tell you to go do the things that you need to do to build your business. And sometimes you just need a friend to tell us what that is. You just need a mentor. You just need somebody that you look up to tell you, hey, Carlos, you need to go just make a couple phone calls and check back with me and let me know how that went. Send a couple texts and let me know how that went, right? And I guarantee you, if you hack yourself basically, because you're basically learning the things that will make you get into action. And one of the things is, as we go into this gratitude challenge, and we're halfway into the gratitude challenge pretty much, what it has done for me is that it has helped me really understand that as you are grateful for the things you have and where you are today, number one, you stop looking at the past and you stop beating yourself up for things you didn't do yesterday or the month before or the year before. You stop beating yourself up for failures you've had along the way. And also, you stop putting so much pressure on yourself for what's in the future for you. It allows you to fully and completely live in the present. And this is so very important in business, I believe, and in building your future financial peace, because it allows you to fall in love with the life you already have. And as a default, it allows you to fall in love with the process, with the game, with the building, with the activity, instead of falling in love with the results. Because I think our society sells us results, right? If they're trying to sell us anything, just think about it. All the advertisements that we see out there are about results, you know? Get skinny in 15 days, right? Make $100,000 in a month. They're giving you results that are completely and utterly unachievable. But we think that those results are going to make us happy, when the reality of things is that when we fall in love where we are right now, and we are thankful and grateful for the moment, the present, the things we have right now, we start becoming fully and utterly in love with the process of building step by step by step by step. And that process of building is what is going to lead you to where you want to go. It's going to lead you to those results. Those results might come in a month. Those results might come in 6 months. They might come in a year. But as long as you are every single day in an attitude of gratitude for what you have, and thinking that you can move forward day by day, guess what? You're going to continue to go up. And it's going to one more step. I'll tell you something. You know, when I started my businesses, I had no clue what I was doing. I had absolutely no clue. I had a bachelor's degree in business. I had a master's degree in industrial engineering. And I could tell you from the bottom of my heart, I felt those degrees were useless to run a business, and were useless to do anything else than to go be employed for 40 years for somebody else. So I felt very down on myself. But when I discovered that this thing called e-commerce was something that was new and that was coming up, and that was, you know, just being invented basically, I started trying to find out how to do it. And back then there was no mentors, there was no courses, there was no online YouTube videos that I could watch, none of that. It was all trial and error, right? It was really falling on my face as many times as I could to learn and grab a little bit of that experience so I could do. So it really took for myself to be in a position that I needed to fall in love with the process, because the results were not there. When I started my e-commerce business, I maxed out my credit cards. I had no money to my name. You know, it was really a journey of resilience, because I was just trying to pay the minimum balance month after month from what I had made the month before, and absolutely live way below my means. I was really struggling. And I can tell you, this was for the first 3 to 5 years that this lasted. You know, I was single at the time, thankfully. So I could really eat ramen noodles if I needed to, or, you know, cook me a fried egg here and there. Those things are cheap. And really understand that I needed to make a change. I needed to reprogram myself from thinking that a job was going to be my security. And thankfully, I had parents that both were entrepreneurs, so it wasn't probably that hard to deprogram myself from having gone to school for so long. But, you know, it really took me 3 to 5 years to get to a point where I was now breaking a profit, making some money. But that didn't mean I could go buy a Lamborghini or I could go buy a fancy car or anything else. In fact, when I was working for Hewlett Packard in a job, I did some stupid things, right? I was a 20-something year old. I was making $150,000 a year as a 20-something year old, and give a 20-something year old that much money, it's bound to make some stupid decisions, right? So sure enough, I went off and bought a sports car. I bought a BMW M3, beautiful car, enjoyed it a lot. It was the time of my life that I got the most tickets, the most speeding tickets of my life, got a red license after a while, and I had to make a change, right? But, you know, this period, thankfully, didn't last too long, because when I was on my own and I decided to step away from this big corporation, then I had to make changes. I sold the car, I got a used vehicle, and I started to make the changes that I needed just to reprogram my mind. And this is something that each and every person that embarks in a business journey will have to do at some point. You will have to reprogram the way you think and the maps that you have built for years and years and years to start understanding what are the things that will take me to success, right? And if you have not had success in the past, it's because you are probably the victim of bad habits that you have acquired along the way. So I really believe that having that gratitude will help you get there. Falling in love with where you are will help you get there, will help you start reprogramming your mind. And then falling in love with the process will truly help you, because it's energizing. I don't know if you remember, Ron, but when you fell in love with Marty, was there anything that could stop you from trying to earn her love?
Nothing.
Nothing. Right? Same with me and Myra. There was nothing that could stop me. That energy that came from within, from falling in love with a person. And this goes for business as well. And I was coaching some guys in Spanish that are starting their businesses, right? They're not here in the US, so unfortunately I cannot give them the Trunited business. But I was coaching them, and they were asking me, hey, what's one of the number one advices you can give us about our business, our new businesses? And I told them this. And I said, guys, that new business that you're starting is like a baby. You know, it's a newborn baby, completely defenseless, completely and utterly incapable of defending and doing anything for itself. You not only have to nurture it, and you have to put attention to it and focus on a daily basis, but you also will have to fall in love with it. You will have to fall in love with that baby, that business, and the process of building that business, so that you can re-energize yourself. And that energy that comes from within will keep you awake at night, will make you make that extra phone call on the weekend, will make you reach out to that extra person, and will make you go above and beyond what you're usually used to do, and put the extra effort. I always say this to my colleagues in business: there's truly no competition, because the majority of people out there are doing the absolute minimum to just meet the requirements of their job or whatever they've been asked to. Very seldomly do you meet a person that goes the extra mile. In fact, today I got a message on LinkedIn from a kid that is probably no older than 20 years old. And it was very interesting because, you know, my LinkedIn profile has my companies in there, but the kid sent me a direct message that said, hello, I've read your profile. I see you're very successful. I was wondering if you're looking for an intern. I am willing to work 60 hours a week for free to learn e-commerce and marketing from you.
Wow.
First ever message I've ever gotten like that.
Wow.
Right? Isn't that crazy? I sent him a message and said, hey, we would like to get to know you better. Let's get on a call. And we're scheduling a call. That doesn't happen often, guys. In fact, it never happens usually. So when you find people like this, hold on to them. Watch people that do extra. Watch people that go the extra mile. Because what you have in your hands, the Trunited opportunity, is a perfectly designed vehicle for somebody that has confidence in himself or herself, and that when put in their hands and they fully understand the big picture, you will not be able to stop them from creating a legacy and generational income with it. What do you think, Ron?
Well, I just agree 1,000% with everything that you just covered. And I think that what I've really been reflecting on, kind of in the same direction, Carlos, it's interesting, we're on the same wavelength here, that people really don't realize what they have their hands on. And when we first met with Dr. Nico and he was unveiling all this concept to us, you know, I mean, you know, we were going in another direction trying to form a business at that time. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Nico fell out of the sky, if you will. So his concept was so revolutionary. I was shocked. I mean, I was literally shell shocked, because as I was starting to understand what he had accomplished in a completely different industry, and it was beyond amazing what he had accomplished there. And then to take that platform, this model, and with the realization that we could impact thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives, I could see his passion really coming out for helping other people. And guys, you really have no competition for this. Your competition makes the bulk of their money by selling packages when you sign up. The ongoing income that comes after that is maybe a quarter of what Trunited pays out now. And this is the lowest our payout's ever going to be. So as we build, as you all help us grow this business model, we're all linking arms together to build a juggernaut. There's not going to be anybody that can compete with us. The Costco's of the world, the Amazon, I mean, we can bring Amazon products to market at Amazon pricing and pay you very well. This isn't a shopping platform. This is a financial platform wrapped in a business that is going to enable you to set your family up, as Carlos was talking about, for generations. And I think we go too small when we talk to people about this business. Oh, we're going to show you this thing. And, oh, that's like some other deal. And I think you really have to have a much deeper understanding of what you have your hands on, because there's no reason everybody on this call cannot be making multiple six figures in the next few years, and then on to seven figures in the next 5 years. And it can be done faster than that. But that's an ongoing income that you won't be able to stop the growth of, because it will keep compounding. Because every time you bring somebody new to your team, that's compounding your income. And I've never seen a vehicle that is this pure, that lets the profits flow through to the people that actually do the work. I've never seen it in my lifetime. In all other business, Carlos, all the profits flow to the top because that's the pyramidic shape of all business, either to stockholders or to owners of private businesses. And they've taken the risk. They deserve it. I mean, they've done the hard work. Carlos, you've number of hours that you put in to build what you have. It's just absolutely phenomenal. But guys, we need a new business model to transform what's happening out there in society. We need something that absolutely enables people to truly link arms together, because by yourself, it's the odds of you being very successful financially is extremely small. Unless some 20-year-old has enough moxie to call up a guy that he spotted on LinkedIn who obviously has had some success and says, I'll work for you for free for 60 hours a week just to learn what you know. Okay? Very, very, very few people do that. You have a vehicle that is designed not to help you make money. It's designed to help you create wealth. I believe this company is going to be on the cover of magazines. I believe TrueNight is going to become a verb. All of these things that is so hard for everybody to grasp, but I really challenge everybody. Talk big and bold with conviction about where this company is going. That if somebody says, oh, I've seen something like that, that's when you want to really kind of earn your stripes and step forward and say, I hear what you're saying, but there's never been anything like this, and nothing out there exists that can compare to this. And I just need to sit you down with some other people that I'm working with, get a hold of Carlos, myself, Kevin, Rich, James Squared. I mean, there's so many guys in here that are so good at explaining this business concept. But guys, 2020 is when we're going to hit the absolute launch pad. And we just hope that you are excited about your future. Make some big decisions here in the next few weeks as we come into this new year. And let's make 2020 absolutely the time that we grab this thing by the throat and put TrueNight on the map. And guys, Carlos, I can't be any more excited about what's laying at our feet, brother.
Same here, brother. So what I want to really convey to people. Somebody has their mic open. You hear an echo? Nope. There you go. So yeah, I mean, what I want to convey to people as you slingshot yourself to 2020 is, if you're going to make your New Year's resolutions here probably in a week or two, is you really, really want to, for those New Year resolutions not to die mid-January or end of January. So what we really have to decide is, this is a business like any other. It needs nurturing. It needs to be fed every single day. It needs to live in your calendar. It needs to live in your agenda. You need to realize and understand and plan, how many hours do you have to build this business? How many hours are you willing to give this business every single week so that it can grow and you can accomplish the goals that you have set out for yourself? Because if you're here tonight, it's because you have seen something in this vehicle that will help you realize your financial goals. And those financial goals, I would like to think that you would like to achieve them as quickly and as urgently as possible. And in order for that to happen, you have to jump into action. You need to start doing the things that you know will help your business grow, which is activity, which is action, which is contacting people, which is showing the business to others, which is building relationships, saying hello, waving hi, smiling to folks, either online or offline. because we are blessed in this day and age that you have at your command thousands of contacts in your cell phone, and also hundreds, if not thousands of contacts on the internet. No matter what social platform you are on, you have the ability to contact hundreds of people a day with just a simple hello, and understand what they're into, understand what they like, find common ground with folks out there. This is how amazing it is. The only thing standing in the way of you and your dreams is fear. Nothing but fear. Nothing but, oh my God, I don't know what to say. Oh my God, I don't know what they're going to tell me back. Maybe they're going to tell me no. Maybe they're going to ignore me. Maybe they're not going to respond, or they're going to be mean to me, or anything like that. The reality is that when you contact people with no expectation and you take a few rejections along the way, and by the way, today, case in point, I contacted a guy that I've known for a while. He prepares taxes for a whole bunch of people here in the Denver area for the Spanish community. And I told him a little bit about the business, right? He was very friendly for the first 5 minutes. And then I said, hey, let's jump on a phone call so that I can show you something that can probably help you in the next year or two. He went dark on me. He ghosted me, right? So I struck out. Now, guys, that's okay. I was excited because I made another contact. Now, if he never calls me back or answers my text or anything, that's fine too. I go to the next one, and I go to the next one. Get excited about the process, no matter what the outcome is. If the outcome is positive, awesome. If the outcome is negative, then so be it. It does not matter really what is on the other side of things. You are really in control of that. Now, in the beginning, that might set you back for a few hours. You might feel a little bad about it. Bounce back. Eventually, it'll set you back 2 minutes, 3 minutes, if that, and you'll be ready to go back at it again. So, guys, I added a few of you guys to the panelists. Feel free to open your video and your mic. And let me add a couple more of you folks, if you're still out there. Don't fight for the microphone, please.
Give me that mic, Leanne. Give it to me, Leanne. Give it to me. I'm pulling it.
Like you, brother.
I'm messing.
Got the mic.
Actually, no, Leanne, you can go first. I was just joking. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, what a great message, Carlos. I love how you compared our businesses to taking care of, a baby, or someone that we love, courting our business. And I try to treat it as if I'm back in college, I'm studying, I'm digging in, and I see other people who are doing the same thing. We're treating our business like, it's an education that we're receiving. So, but yeah, just to nurture and to love on it. And it's the same thing with people, as we're building relationships with them. I love the idea of just being really relaxed and going into the conversations with no expectations, because I don't know, I just think that's much less threatening than going in with an attitude of expecting somebody to do what you want them to do or whatever. But yeah, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm putting all those activities in my planner, and I'm not waiting for the new year. It's already in there. I'm already working it. I'm not waiting for the new year. I've got other things I need to start then. So anyway, I just want to encourage all of my brothers and sisters out there in True United land to and just take it a step at a time. You've got a great support system here. You've got people who believe in you, people who will push you and motivate you and listen to your ideas and support your creativity. And I mean, we've got a great network here. We have a wonderful crew of people who genuinely care about one another, and that's every single member. Even if you haven't become a member yet, we care about your development and your growth, and not just business, about you. It's about you.
Yep. Thanks, Leanne.
Great word. Great word, Zan. Hey, Carlos and Ron and everybody. Greetings from Mount Arlington, New Jersey.
You're on the other coast now.
I am. I'm on the left coast. No, it's exciting to be on here and to just listen to those great words that you all shared. And I came across something, and I'm just going to read it. It spoke to me, and maybe it'll speak to someone on here. Grapes must be crushed to make wine. Diamonds form under pressure. Olives are pressed to release oil. Seeds grow in darkness. Whenever you feel crushed, under pressure, pressed, or in darkness, you're in a powerful place of transformation and transmutation. Trust the process and trust God. I don't know if that may be speaking to someone here tonight, but if you're in any one of those categories, consider yourself in a great space. As you were sharing, Carlos, a little tidbit of your history as you were coming up, the grind and, some of the mistakes along the way. Listen, that's not all in vain. And, our stories are still being written, as a matter of fact, but it's just staying in that place where that while things are going on around you and uncertainty may be looming, just know that the process is meant for us to stay the course. We've got to stay the course. And I think this message probably hit me because we're gearing up, y'all. We are gearing up, friends, for not just a new decade, but a new season. A new season. And I'm just really excited as we've been crisscrossing from coast to coast, and it's been a joyful time. A lot of hours, a lot of meeting people. It's been awesome to meet people. As a matter of fact, there was a meet and greet deal that I decided to skip. But I loved what you guys were talking about, Carlos and Ron, that there's opportunity all around us. And when I think about my partnership with United, my business with United, that's the way I focus on this. This is my business. This has everything to do with what I desire, because I pay attention to my conversations with Chrissy, and I know that when I talk to my kids and we have these conversations, even as a family, we dream out loud, and that's a fun part of the process, but that's just a little fraction of the process. What I'm doing here, what I get to do with the leaders in this community, that's a huge part of the process. So I just want to encourage you, wherever you're at in the process, maybe you just got started with United, but you see something really special. We're excited for you. And I'm telling you, I just know without a shadow of a doubt that 2020 is going to be a breakthrough year. Maybe not for everybody, but for the ones who really want it. 2020 is going to be a breakthrough year. Just trust the process, and God will do the rest. Good night.
Thanks,
Sleep.
brother.
Love you all.
Love you too, brother.
Hey, Carlos, it's James.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, everyone's covered such great points. You know, I've been thinking the last couple of days about some of the different business ventures I've had the last 10, 20 years. And, you know, I think about the times that I've made the most money, had the most success. And without question, I can't think of a time that didn't happen when I wasn't obsessed about having success. You know, we hear a lot of people talk about passion, and of course that's important, but you can be passionate about something and not spend a lot of time and energy, you know, focused on chasing your dreams. And I just you know, I just been thinking about this you know, some of the things that I've done in the past and comparing it to building this business. And I've come to the realization that it you know, it doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of time. You know, you hear people, we've all bumped into people that say, you know, I just don't have the time, or I can only put in X amount of hours a week. And because of how simple this is, it's not, you know, you don't have to spend an immense amount of time. It's just when you do spend that time, how obsessed are you about having success? Passion is cool, but you've got to really be obsessed with this business where you can't stop thinking about, you know, putting this in front of people and sharing it, and obviously attached to that are your dreams and your goals and your ambitions. But my message, and I'll keep this real short, would be, you know, passion is great, and gratitude as well. I think it puts you in the right mindset of going out there and building this the right way. But you've got to reach into yourself and really figure out why it is you're doing this, because you're going to need that in order to cross over into obsession. Oh, I seen I'll mess up the quote, but it was something about, in order to really truly have success in business, you have to be so obsessed. People think you're crazy. You have to be like convicted, like, a judge would convict you if they had the evidence that you're sold out on building your business. And I think that's just a great message going into this new year is, you know, I know everybody has different commitments and families and careers and jobs and kids and Taco Tuesday and all the rest of the stuff we fill our schedules with. Obsession is the word that comes to mind. We have to, even with that limited schedule, figure out what it is that you're looking to achieve and how important that is to you, so that you can be obsessed about the little bit of time that you spend building this business. So that's my message.
Love it, brother. So very true.
Wow. Thank you, Carlos, for bringing me on. This is really cool. Brother. You know, the one thing that's just so cool is how many companies do all of you out there who are listening that encourage for you to grow, encourage for you to be the best you can be. I mean, that's, and all the people that you see here on the panel epitomizes that and have been encouraging to me. And I know recently I just, you know, like he said, Carlos, man, I just wasn't feeling it. And I knew it. And I think in your discernment, Carlos, you knew it too. But you know what? I am so grateful to be able to reach out to my brothers. I remember reaching out to James and just being real with them and with Gilmore and with Leanne. And you know what? I'm grateful that they started to call just to pick me up, you know, and it was really, really cool. Because you know what? In order to make this business grow, you've got to grow yourself. And challenge yourself and step out of your comfort zone. And man, I am just so freaking grateful for that. Sorry, I kept it PG. So, but anyways, I'm just really grateful for that. And like I said, like I've told you, I learned a lot from my mom about hospitality and wanting to serve people. And I absolutely love serving people in the community. I love when I've been able to reach out to a few people here and share with them something of value with TrueNited, and to have them just join in. And, you know, it was a realtor and she just wanted to, I said, you know, we have something of value for have you done anything with customer service? I mean, customer appreciation. And she said, oh, I'd love to. But she said, marketing costs so much these days, and you know that. And so that's when I just started to share a little bit about some of the benefits of Trunited, and she's on. And so, but
Awesome.
I love what you said, Carlos. There's just so many things that Trunited touches. And when we don't limit ourselves, the sky's the limit. So
Yes.
I just like to say thank you, and thank you to each and every one of you. James, Steve, Ron, you support me in so many ways with just reaching out with your little humor here and there. So I appreciate that. And Mike, I'd like to get to know you more, but hey, guys, thank you so much.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
I appreciate
Awesome.
you.
Hey, you better let me follow that. Hey guys, yeah,
Right.
I was laughing when he was talking about the word frigid. The first thing that came to mind was I can't wait in a week or two to hear from Leanne after she reads that Gary Vee book. She might let a word or two slip out. Possibly not. I got her rolling. Guys, I just want to let you know, if your business is in you, I'm going to tell you today, I got one of the True Boxes in today, which was the bundle for the orange, the strawberry, and the Healthy Vita vitamin pack. And FedEx guy pulls up. I'm waiting. About 5 minutes goes by, and I go, I better go out there and help him. It might be too heavy for him. So I go out there and I said, it's a box. It's got a round sticker, says Trunited on it. It says heavy. He goes, oh, I remember where that one's at. And he goes back there and gets it. Real good looking black guy, pretty buffed up, about like Ben Edwards. And he pulls it out and he goes, man, what is in that thing? And I said, energy drink. And he goes, is it good for you or bad for you? And I said, it's good for you. And he goes, what flavor? And I said, strawberry or orange? And he said, strawberry's my favorite. And I was like, have you ever had it before? He goes, no. And I said, let me go get you one cold out of the refrigerator. So I went to the refrigerator, got him, and it's kind of funny, on the corner of our cabinet right by the door, we had some coupons for Whataburger. And he was just fixing to take his break. And I handed him a Whataburger coupon first, and I said, here's your free lunch. And then I said, here's a strawberry. And before I could even say anything, he goes, and your business card? And I said, yeah, already ahead of you. It was underneath. It was in my hand underneath the can, and I handed him the can, and then handed him the card. And he goes, I said, if you need any more, let me know, or if you're interested in knowing more about it, let me know. And he goes, okay, I'm headed to Whataburger right now, because it's about 4 miles from our house. And he goes, thanks for lunch. So we get them coupons like that. So it's kind of like I give him lunch and something to drink with it, I guess, so speak. But that's how it is when everywhere you go, no matter where you're at. Like the other day, I talked about the guy from Texas at the gas pump. You're starting conversations no matter where, and that's when it's in here. It's in here. You're talking about it day in, day out, night, emails, text, everything. So that contact, and I just kind of give this to y'all. Will he call me? He might not. But he might be my next superstar. And you never know where the next one's coming from. He might say, I love this. He goes, yeah, I'm going to order a case or two. And then all of a sudden he shares it with a friend, and that third one that comes in is a superstar, and just blows it out. And guys, that's what it's all about right there. So I'll cut it at that, and I'll quit picking on Leanne. Sorry about that.
Awesome job, brother.
Appreciate
That's really what it is. It's just live life, say hello. Your next smile, your next hello could be the one that changes your life. And that's you just have to be ready to jump at the opportunity to add some value. I mean, I think you probably what you did is you interrupted his pattern 100%. Number one, you offered to help, which probably nobody ever does. Number two, you cared enough to say, oh, you're probably hungry. Here's a coupon for a burger.
Mm-hmm.
And are you thirsty? Here's a energy drink. So there's a way to create a lasting impression on somebody that otherwise probably doesn't get any love all day long, even though, you know, he's delivering precious cargo to everybody that is waiting, especially this time of year, because I gotta tell you, after being in e-commerce for over 20 years, customers get crazy this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
They go nuts, and they are so worried about, oh my God, am I gonna get my packages for Christmas, my gifts? And they are like on edge about not getting their stuff on time, or getting it misdelivered, or getting it broken, or anything like that, because they're just, people depend so much on those gifts. And instead, you're like, man, come into my house, here's an energy drink, here's a burger. So whenever you have the opportunity to add value to the lives of others, it is worthwhile. I bet you it made you feel good too.
Oh yeah,
it made you happy.
And the good thing is, Carlos, luckily the True Boxes were set at a different time. So I've got Organifi, vanilla tub, and a red coming tomorrow.
Good. So you will probably see him tomorrow.
I'm hoping it's the same driver. I hope it's the same driver. I really do.
Good.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Next thing you want to do is ask for his phone number.
Amen. Yeah.
Amen. You don't want to leave it to chance.
Yeah. Amen.
Awesome.
All right. Who's next?
Mike Muller.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing awesome, my friend. How are you?
Awesome, Mike.
Great. 6 inches of snow, but you know, as we've been talking about that. But for those of you that are on here, know that the panelists have an activity report that we've been doing. And the reason why I bring that up is it holds you accountable. And if you look back at different parts of your life where you've had success, if you look at it in detail, you have had an activity report going on while you've been after that. Some of you know, some of you don't know that I referee college football, and I had to set goals. Yes, Rich. I had to set goals, you know, and I couldn't, you know, I had a regular job, but, you know, there was days where I could put some time into it. And there was other days, you know, there's time during the off season where you don't really have anything to do. But I had set a goal of refereeing football at the Division I level. And by doing the steps and achieving goals, I've been able to referee college football at the Division I level for 20 years. And one of the main reasons why I was able to do that was the activity report. And, you know, Steve just mentioned it, kind of stole my thunder a little bit, and I think it's very important because you never know where anyone's at relative to, you know, a certain phase of their life. I believe enough in this business that I don't want anybody to come back to me and say, why didn't you tell me about TrueNited? And I think if you approach it, not everybody is going to say yes, just like Carlos's example he was talking about earlier. But it doesn't take very many. And there are people out there that are looking for something like this. And Ron brought up Wall Street. You know, I would sit in front of the TV and watch Wall Street, you know, an hour at a time a day. And when I was presented this opportunity, I knew all about the online business, e-commerce, because of watching those. So when I was presented this opportunity, I took 2 days to think about it and jumped in head first, feet first, whatever you want to call it. So, we've got a great group of people here. You're gonna hear that over and over and over. I have a lot of people in my group relative to college football officiating, a lot of quality people. But as far as a percentage, it doesn't compare to the quality of people every time I meet somebody new in this business. So thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, brother. It truly attracts the best, man.
It does.
It truly does. You know, I am, this is one of the, this is the 8th reason, I think. You know, we talked about the 7 reasons why United is different. I think this is that 8th reason why it's different. I have not been in an industry, in a business, and I've met some amazing quality folks in business, but the people that are attracted to this business and that stick around are the complete package. You know, they not only want to succeed themselves, which is very important, but they want others to succeed alongside with them. And that's a trait that is not very common in business, people. It is not very common out there when people are not, I should say, self-centered or not enough generous to want other people to succeed alongside with them. You know, we are really sold on the idea that you have to get your own first. You have to go after your stuff, and the world is tough, and you know, they're gonna eat your lunch and all that stuff. But the reality is that if you just add value to others along the way enough, you get yours and then some. And this is a message that is not being taught enough out there anywhere. So being the light to people just that way and adding that value to people that you come in contact with, they're going to look at you and say, man, I haven't heard that before. They even might look at you weird. It's like, why do you want to help me? Right? Because they've been in an environment where nobody even says hello. Nobody even smiles at them. Nobody even gives them the time of day. So just that will attract people that eventually, you know, you will be able to pick your team. That's the beautiful analogy of this business with sports even, is that you get to pick your team. And you don't have to be in a hurry, because that team will start falling into play. And as long as they are connected to this group and this community and this family, boy, they'll blossom into some amazing leaders and influencers out there. That I am 100% confident of. So very excited, guys.
Yeah, I'll add a little testimony here, Carlos.
Hey, brother.
I was talking this weekend with my brother Rich, and we were kind of sharing, and I was, starting my mornings, having like, that meditating and thanking God for the people I'm gonna, come across this, this morning, the people He's gonna place into my lives, and I've had that expectation of meeting people, because you can go around, about your regular day and not notice these people that if your mind's not set, at least for me. So I had to pick up something at Walgreens, and always had like the business in the back of my mind, and next thing you know, I hear this couple talking to, I guess they were having issues with their trip to Hawaii, because they were going there, they're staying at a friend's place for 4 days, but they need to book a hotel for the next 4 days, and I like, well, don't want to invade your conversation, but I overheard that. I don't have a business card on me, but I give him my info, and he's like, and then you could see like the husband, it looks like he was getting in trouble or something. So the husband's like, oh wow, so wow, look at that, we were meant to meet each other. So he went with me to the car. I gave him my info, and I said, hey, listen, I can't promise you anything. I don't know if you'll find a discount. Hopefully you will. But here's my card. Here's my info. Use the password. And, hope it helps, and let's keep in touch afterwards. So he's like, oh, thank you so much. And, he sent me a message afterwards, thanking me again. And, little things like that. Like I've like in the mornings as you start your day, and like, I'm expecting those things to happen to me. and you're being just more aware, whether you're more aware of it or, you know, if you're not hearing that conversation and you're kind of going about your day, you'll miss out on an opportunity like that. Now, if who knows if he books something, if he does, great. If he doesn't, well, you know, great, right, Carlos?
Bro,
So
if he doesn't book, you at least save their marriage.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, who's gonna be in the living room for that? That is funny.
That is awesome, brother. Thanks so much for that testimonial. You are
You're
so
welcome.
very right. When you are thinking about it, when you're feeling it, when you have it in your heart, you become self-aware, really, and those opportunities just come to you. This is so very true. And you start focusing, and your brain starts producing ideas, and you start getting creative because you have it front and center. And that's the beautiful thing, is like, you know, the business is just an extension of you at the end of the day, because your dreams are part of you. Your heart is something that really has unlimited amounts of energy. And when you fall in love with the process, you will realize your energy level will shoot through the roof. It'll be hard for you to sleep. It'll be hard for you to stop thinking new ideas. So better have a notepad close by so that you can write them down and start, you know, allowing yourself to get in that creative phase that many times has been suppressed for so long by just the routine of things, and maybe the progressive loss of hope of you achieving something great in your life, and achieving something where not only you're going to be able to realize that freedom, but you're going to be able to give it to other people. And that's really what I love about the process of building this. And guys, I could do it for the rest of my life. In fact, I'm going to do it for the rest of my life, because it brings me so much joy, so much happiness, so much energy. I mean, I truly think that the number one reason that people really die young or, you know, live a life of regret is because they do not find the true purpose of their life. And happiness really comes about when you are falling in love with what you're doing every single day. And that's the process, because once you realize that your business can take you places where you've only dreamt before, man, hold on tight, because nobody will be able to stop you. You'll become truly unstoppable. Thank you, everyone,
Amen.
for joining us. So very humbled and blessed and honored to serve our United community and business. Ron, appreciate you, brother. You want to say a few last words?
Yeah, guys, it just Merry Christmas to everybody. Have wonderful holidays. Love and appreciate each and every person on this call. And I know we're going to have an explosive 2020, and I just can't wait to spend time with all of you.
Yes.
Get to know you better. Just developing friendships that I know are going to be generational friendships. Our kids are going to fall in love with each other, and I'm so excited about having this band of brothers and sisters on a mission that this country so badly needs at this point. That's what we represent. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night. Have an awesome
Awesome.
week.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.